Hello guys, welcome to lecture 4 in which we're going to discuss the universal model of liquidity and also tie this into our understanding of market maker models. So the first thing to understand when we talk about the universal model or liquidity imbalance theory is what IRL and ERL is. Internal range liquidity, for the purpose of all conversation moving forward, is going to be defined as an imbalance or fair value gap. External range liquidity is going to be defined as a swing formation of the market, a swing high or a swing low. In the context of the universal model, there are three formations of liquidity imbalance theory that we want to teach you. The first is a trend following system, seen on this slide here, as internal range liquidity to external range liquidity. This can commonly be seen after an expansion as a retracement phase of price into a fair value gap, followed by another expansion to that swing point high that created the range that we capped off. Let's take a look at the next example. This example here is quite similar to internal to external. However, it is used to qualify the retracement phase of price in a trend following system. Assume we are making lower lows and lower highs, right? The vice versa is true for the bullish case. We can see that external range liquidity can be taken before we retrace back into an internal range of liquidity. This is the second variation of the universal model. The final variation of the universal model is not a trend following system, but instead a reversal signature in the market. This is also known as the range protocol, in where we see price deviate one side of an external accumulated range before delivering to the other side of that external range. This here would be very similar to, as I've taught you, the range protocol, and can commonly be seen during phases of price leaving consolidations, where we see a form of accumulation, manipulation of the range low or high, and then reversal to the opposing side of the market, or that draw on liquidity. So now let's touch on how these topics can be used with the framework of market maker models. There are two standard alignments of market maker models we want to draw your attention to. The first is going to be a market maker buy model, and the second is going to be a market maker sell model. With respect to the universal model, which I just taught you, we are going to frame all universal model applications as market maker models. Therefore, every time price moves from external range liquidity to internal range liquidity, or some variation, right? External to external, external to internal, or internal to external, we are going to be looking for this characteristic formation of a MMXM. This can be seen on both the buy side and sell sides of price delivery. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the mechanics of each of these stages of a market maker model as it pertains to the universal model when we hop on a chart. But let's say we are delivering from a old high as a retracement back into a fair value gap. What we are going to see is price take out that external range high, forming this smart money reversal, low risk sell, phases of reaccumulation, and then distribution into the internal range of liquidity, which is going to have a consolidation function that rests above it. This is equivalently true for the case of internal range to external range liquidity. If we have below market price here a fair value gap, and we have a swing point up here that we are delivering away from, we can see a reversal in this fair value gap, a low risk buy, phases of reaccumulation, and delivery into the swing point high, which is going to have some consolidation function on a lower time frame. Once we are able to bridge the universal model or liquidity imbalance theory with market maker models, we are now able to understand the mechanics of how we trade IRL to ERL, ERL to IRL, and of course ERL to ERL.